What is up, Pokemon fans? We are back again at the Nugget Bridge International Friendly. It's USA versus Germany. We are tied 1-1 in a series of 5. Of course, the rounds are made up of 2 out of 3 matches. You just saw both round 1 and round 2 go to 2 of 3. I'm Justin Flynn. I'm actually joined by Dwee Ha, though. Scott is taking a little bit of a break, and he's going to come back shortly after this match. We got Wolf Glick on stream. Dwee, how you doing, buddy?
Doing good. Really exciting battle so far, and I'm pretty sure that this battle will also be pretty exciting too. He's going to be playing Baris from Germany. Well, of course from Germany, but both players have a couple worlds trips under their belt and worlds experience. Wolfey pretty well known for using really cool teams that I am always interested in seeing, and Baris, of course, qualified for worlds this year already, and he will be there in Washington D.C. So going to be exciting to see him too.
Yeah, now Baris, I think, might be a trainer that not everyone is super familiar with. He's qualified for Worlds for his second time now and finished 16th in 2013, top 16 at Nationals, at the German Nationals, and top 8 in the UK Nationals this year. So that's, he's having a breakout year right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing a pretty good job right now, and he's going to try to take this one back for Germany.
That's true. This is a crucial match. This is where one of the two teams is going to go up. Now, we do have the team on screen here. Let's go over Baris' team, who we see on screen. Bringing that Mega Kangaskhan. We also see the Gyarados, as well as the Aerodactyl, Gardevoir, Amoonguss, who we've seen on almost every team today, and Talonflame. Now, for Wolf, whose team we can't see, he's got a Politoed, Ludicolo, Kangaskhan, Smeargle, Salamence, and a Gothitelle.
Yeah, Barrow's playing a pretty standard team. Mega Kangaskhan, of course, probably the Mega there. Such a powerful Pokemon. Gyarados, pretty good support Pokemon with Intimidate ability, and it also gets a pretty good support move pool in being able to slow things down, using Taunt, being able to set up, just as we saw in the first battle too, between Nemanja and Colin. Pretty standard stuff coming from Baris, but Wolf's side, Politoed, Ludicolo, coming back in resurgence. Rain, of course, is always a very popular team to be using, and a very strong team, actually. Really popular right now. A lot of people are trying to get back into using Rain. Smeargle and Kangaskhan, of course, Smeargle, that Pokemon that a lot of people do not enjoy seeing at all. Kangaskhan, of course, another great Mega Pokemon. And Gothitelle, really good Pokemon too, with its ability Shadow Attack. Going to prevent switching, which is actually very important to some player strategies to be able to switch. Try to get back the momentum, but if you can't switch, then you're kind of stuck where you are, and that might actually be taking away momentum from you, while Wolf will be able to freely switch.
All right, now we do see Baris leading with the Gardevoir, Kangaskhan, and the Ludicolo. It comes out with the Politoed. Politoed going to start that Rain with the Drizzle there. So Wolf Glick getting the Rain team set up early.
Yeah, Ludicolo and Politoed, really, they've been popular ever since the two have been working together. Ludicolo probably one of a lot of players' favorite Rain setup or user, because it gets Fake Out and it can just move really fast. Grass and Water has only a couple weaknesses that is actually prevalent. Talonflame, of course, probably going to be a very important thing to get rid of that Ludicolo from Baris' side. Gardevoir, of course, a pretty popular Pokemon too. Not really going to be able to do much right now, as Politoed and Ludicolo can both be pretty bulky in general. But Kangaskhan, well, frankly, if there's a Kangaskhan, there's probably a way of some sort, because Kangaskhan is just so powerful to as a Pokemon.
Yeah, Kangaskhan always a huge threat, pretty much no matter what the situation is, even against Ghost with that Sucker Punch. Now, the most important thing, of course, being the fact that only Ludicolo is dancing here, serving the rest of the entire team on the field. So the serve is real there. We do see the switch into Kangaskhan for Wolf, and the Mega actually going down turn 1 from Baris, I believe, there with the shiny Kang. And Ludicolo Fake Out, outspeeds the Kang, gets the Fake Out off there, in case they were both doing a Fake Out there, I think. Now the Thunderbolt hits Kangaskhan there, no paralysis on that, and the flinch on Kang. So no turn 1 there for him on that Pokemon.
Yeah, really good positioning right now. Wolf really seeing that Politoed is going to be threatened by that Gardevoir and switching into a relatively safe Kangaskhan switch. Right now, actually, that Kangaskhan is going to be able to provide a little bit of Fake Out support if it really wanted to. Ludicolo, of course, showing off why it's so popular. It's probably the fastest fake out user in the rain. It actually is. So really showing off why Ludicolo is still a strong Pokemon. A lot of players were really turned off from using Rain at the beginning, but now they've realized that, Rain is still pretty strong to be able to bring.
Yeah, Rain's a great team, and I have seen a lot of Rain teams recently, just like you said. Now we do see the switch for Baris into that Gyarados. A great call there because he needs to get that Intimidate off onto that Kangaskhan. Going to lower his attack by one stage, or her attack by one stage. Going to lower the Kangaskhan's attack by one stage, but Kangaskhan going Mega, going full mommy mode, pulling the baby out of the pouch, and fake out from Kangaskhan. There it is. The huge fake out. That is the best. I love when moves hit Gyarados because everything is gigantic. Now we see the Thunderbolt from Gardevoir onto that Ludicolo. Gets the paralysis. A huge paralysis. Slowing down that Ludicolo, who, like you said, is so strong in the rain.
Yeah, and you saw there that Ludicolo could not actually move that turn. Paralysis going to slow down Ludicolo, not going to allow it to abuse its Swift Swim ability. So really unfortunate paralysis there for Wolfey's side. But at the same time, Ludicolo is still out in the field, which is still a positive, and it's still 4-4, but that Ludicolo's been severely weakened. Gyarados was actually a really good switch. I really enjoyed seeing that switch because now that Kangaskhan is at -1, and it will not be as threatening as a normal 0 neutral Kangaskhan is to most players.
Yeah, it looks like Wolfe realizing that switches again back into Politoed, who's going to be pretty strong in the rain here. Oh, no! But potentially sensing the switch, Gardevoir with a huge Thunderbolt going down onto that little Politoed there. And a Surf, even though it's not very effective, does a lot of damage. Ludicolo can't move from the paralysis. This is tough for Wolfe. Oh, man. Oh, man.
Yeah, really unfortunate. Really great call by Baris right there to Thunderbolt that Kangaskhan slot, doing a lot of damage to Politoed. Although that Thunderbolt didn't even do 50%, but that Waterfall did a good amount of damage in the rain. So really good call by Baris. Kind of getting a bit lucky with that Ludicolo paralysis though. So that was pretty unfortunate for Wolfe. I believe the only moves he's gotten off so far have been 2 fake outs. So Wolfey really needs to try to recover from this deficit already. That the fact that he hasn't really been able to move for the past 2 turns really is really unfortunate for Wolfey.
Yeah, and I noticed that you were talking about how the Waterfall did do quite a bit of damage in the rain, of course, getting that boost onto that Politoed, who would typically be able to eat up Water-type attacks. However, that rain is out, so it did a little bit more damage than usual. Now, Gardevoir, again, with a Thunderbolt, probably predicting that, and a Taunt. The Taunt not doing anything, I think, to Politoed there, and a giant Hydro Pump makes it through the Protect, gets rid of Gardevoir there. One shot. Ludicolo also down to 12 HP, I think, taking a little bit of damage from a Life Orb.
Yeah, we just see exactly how much damage that did. Massive amounts of damage. Gardevoir can actually be pretty especially bulky, so that Ludicolo firing off a rain-boosted Hydro Pump with that Life Orb going to be enough to knock it out. Great play, and good to see that Wolfey is actually able to take a 4-3 advantage. Despite the fact that this is really the first turn that Ludicolo was able to fire off an attack that was supposed to do massive amounts of damage.
Yeah, in the rain, Hydro Pump, so nasty of a move there. Now, we see, I believe, the Kangaskhan coming back in for Baris.
Yeah, good play right there. Kangaskhan right now going to be able to support Baris' side with the fake out pressure. We saw Politoed protect earlier that turn, so wouldn't be surprised to see that fake out land on that Politoed, while Gyarados can easily knock out that Ludicolo. Even though it's 4 times resisted by water type moves, but at 12 HP, Ludicolo is definitely going to be probably knocked out this turn, and leaving Politoed unable to move this turn as well, if that fake out does land with Politoed. Or even then, Baris could easily just knock out Politoed as well, because Kangaskhan can outspeed it and hit it with a return or some sort of attack. Even a Power Punch would actually be pretty good.
Yeah, that's true. A Power Punch is not a bad choice in this situation. Going to get that attack up a stage just in case he does get intimidated by something. But there we go. We got the Gothitelle comes in with the potential Shadow Tag ability there. Big old Power-Up Punch onto her, but doesn't do a lot of damage. She's able to resist that with her Psychic typing. Now, Kangaskhan's attack does raise 2 stages, so she is definitely a threat right now. And the Waterfall again onto the Politoed. Might get the feint here. Oh, Politoed holding on with 7 HP. Are you kidding me? Uh-oh, Parish song. The party started, bro.
Yeah, so really good switch right there by Wolfe. getting in that Gothitelle and setting with that Parish Song on the same turn. So right now in 3 turns, it's Gyarados, Kangaskhan. What's on Wolfey's side? Parish Trap is really difficult team to play because it's a lot of puzzle solving. It's more like, oh, this is my win condition, and I need to continue switching. I need to make the right plays. I need to protect properly in order for it to work out perfectly. And really, when you play against a Parish Song team, it all comes down to what you do in team preview. So hopefully Baris has all the pieces that he needs to be able to defeat this Parish Song team.
All right, looks like Wolf choosing to protect, but Baris, sensing that protect, powers up on his own Gyarados there. So nice call on that. Gyarados taunts, Gothitelle protects, and the Scald though from Politoed. What? Hitting that Kang there. No luck on the burn though, and a little bit of life back to Gyarados from the leftovers, as well as Politoed.
Baris right there predicting that Politoed would probably protect itself as well. Usually Parish Song teams, what they really like to do, after they set up Parish Song, they like to double protect to try to stall out that Parish Song counter. So Baris thought that would be a great time for him to set himself up and decided to attack his own Gyarados. So now that Kangaskhan is really powerful, and that Gyarados firing off the taunt, a turn a bit too late though. Parish Song, of course, is up, so Gyarados right now would have been probably better off just attacking that Politoed if it really wanted to keep that pressure on. But right now that Kangaskhan is probably going to be the key and the differential between Baris' victory and his defeat.
Yeah, now powered up that strong could be a potential feint of either of these Pokemon. I think even Gothitelle might not survive a return, so it doesn't look like he's going down without a fight.
Yeah, really the key is knocking out Gothitelle so that Baris can start switching a bit more freely.
Yeah, that is very true. Now we see Kangaskhan come back in. Gothitelle, come back! No, don't go anywhere. Come back, Gothitelle. Uh-oh, Ludicolo comes back in. No rain, though, this time. And the Power Punch again from Kangaskhan. Maybe predicting the switch into that Kang. Gets a one-shot feint. Kangaskhan is down for Wolf Glick there. Going back to his trainer. And Wolf is going to have to send out another Pokemon there. And the taunt on Ludicolo. Not sure if that's going to do too much to him. Or to her, I should say. And gets a little bit of life back from the leftovers. Parish Song falls to 1 for both of those Pokemon.
Yeah, really good switch by Wolf. Although Wolfey did lose his own Mega Kangaskhan, at the same time right now, Gothitelle and Ludicolo could easily just protect themselves this turn, and Gyarados and Kangaskhan will be knocked out. Really good play right there for Wolf to get out Gothitelle so that he could come back in. Really, I'm pretty sure what he did was just send out Ludicolo to try to take that massive attack that Wolf predicted would land on that Gothitelle slot to knock out Gothitelle, but really good play. Ludicolo right now is still out there, and Gothitelle still out there. So it's going to be a pretty easy turn right now for Wolf. Just got to protect, and then it'll become a 3-on-1 situation. Baris is actually, I mean, even though right now Baris looks like he has the advantage with that powerful Kangaskhan powered up, at the same turn, this turn is going to be a dead turn probably, and Wolf will actually be able to easily take a 3-to-1 lead.
Yeah, I would say Gothitelle looks like she's for sure going to protect. Ludicolo, not sure if he'll get it off, considering he's got that paralysis, so we're going to find out right now. Kang, double edge, gets rid of Ludicolo, so we may be in a 2-on-1 situation here going into the next turn. Ludicolo feints, returning to Wolf Glick. Gyarados uses Waterfall. Gothitelle, of course, protected earlier, and a little bit of life back from those leftovers. However, looks like they all partied too hard. They're gonna faint. Party till you faint.
Yep, the song just knocking them both out, putting them all to sleep.
Maybe the song was just boring. I'm tired. I'm good.
Maybe it's not their type of music or anything like
that.
that.
Yeah, they didn't enjoy that song at all. I don't really like that one. All right, so who are we going to get? I'm not sure if we saw the 4th Pokemon here for Baris, and I'm waiting for them to both choose. Oh, it's the Talonflame. He did end up bringing it. There it is, Talonflame. Oh, and it's shiny too. Hurt me. Shine for me. Shine for me, girl. And then the Drizzle gets set back up by that Politoed.
Yeah, Talonflame might stand a chance right now if it can get off enough hits. definitely does not want Politoed to be able to set up another Parish Song because if that so happens, then both Pokemon on Wolf's side of the field are actually slower than Talonflame. So a Parish Song should be able to seal the game, but I don't think Baris is going to let Wolfey easily set up that Brave Bird. It all depends really right now on how much damage this Talonflame can do. As long as Talonflame can knock out Politoed first and then be able to do enough damage to Gothitelle to maybe get a 2-hit knockout while still being able to survive whatever Gothitelle is able to throw out at it, it should be fine for Baris' side. So going to be interested to see how this turn plays out.
All right, we do see the Brave Bird as expected. Who's it going to hit? It actually goes for Gothitelle, maybe expecting a protect from that Politoed. If he takes a Scald here, it's probably going to be GG. Gothitelle proccing that Citrus Berry, getting 1/4 of her life back from that, and there it is. The big Scald should be enough in the rain to get rid of Talonflame there. Now, I like the call from Baris. He had to take that risk in order to turn this match around, but he ends up fainting.
Yeah, valuable information for Baris, though. Now he knows that Wolf's probably going to be bringing this Parish Song side of the team a lot more since it obviously worked out for Wolf very well. Baris's best bet is to probably bring anything that he thinks can actually take on this this whole Parish Song side of the field. Talonflame, you can actually carry U-turn, which will definitely help out trying to get out of that Gothitelle lock. So that'd be interesting to see. Amoonguss, of course, going to be able to do a good amount of walling towards Gothitelle and Politoed. And another thing that Amoonguss does so well against Parish Song teams is the fact that it's really slow. If at the end of the game, Wolf's only out is the Parish Song while knocking out his own Pokemon as well, Amoonguss will be the slowest one on the field and will actually be the last one to be knocked out, giving Baris the win. So both players right now got to go back to the drawing board. Wolf played that really, really well, in my opinion, for that Parish Song to work out in his favor.
Yeah, kind of interesting match, surprisingly. Parish Song really turned it around for Wolf there. If I recall correctly, for his first 3 turns, he got off 2 fake-outs.
Yeah, really shows how Wolf can take advantage of situations. I mean, Paralyzed Ludicolo, that definitely hurt, and he must have felt really bad at the beginning, but at the same time, you know, I mean, he was able to come back, really clutch Parish Song right there, really good ability for Wolf to realize that, you know, I can still get this momentum instead of giving up. Really goes to show that Wolf, you know, he's not just, he won't let himself go on tilt. If something bad happens, you know, he'll just keep going and play out the best he can. And really good information that was revealed on Baris' side at the end, revealing that Citrus Berry and Gothitelle, so Baris has to take that into account. Just unfortunate that at the end of it, Talonflame decided to target down that Gothitelle instead of that Politoed.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. Both players, it looks to be like taking a minute to get their teams together. I think Wolf might have actually already selected. I feel like he might just want to bring the same team, but maybe, I don't know if he's scared that Baris might be predicting that and getting ready to deal with it. Maybe Wolf will try something different. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, if it's not broken, why change it? Like I've already said before. Really, Wolf knows what he's doing. I mean, he's brought this team to, I believe, a couple of Premier Challenges that he's actually won 2 of, so Wolf's probably very comfortable with the team. And this team from Baris actually looks like his Nationals team as well. So both players really, really comfortable with their teams, and they both know what they can do with these teams. So Baris right now has to figure out a way to stop this Parish Song from going up.
All right, it looks like both trainers are ready. We're going to be tossing out some Pokemon here. Lots of shinies today, by the way. I've seen more shinies today than I think I've ever seen in any competition. All right, Baris, of course, issuing the challenge, leading Kangaskhan Gyarados there, double shiny. And from Wolf, we got the Politoed and Salamence this time. Yeah, nice Intimidate.
Really good Intimidate, actually, on both these physical attackers.
All right, intimidating right back, though, is Gyarados. However, Wolf having 2 special attackers, not really going to be a factor there. And the rain starts from the drizzle.
Yeah, right now, Gyarados is actually another thing that can stop Parish Song from coming up. At the same time, I don't think Wolfey is going to go with Parish Song at this time because it's still really early in the game, and I feel like that Parish Song coming out at the end is actually a lot better. So...
That's a move I haven't seen before.
I guess Wolfey's pets actually want in on this action as well.
Oh man, that was pretty funny. All right. So both competitors lining up. It looks like Wolfe taking a little bit of extra time to make his move there after dealing with whatever attack Baris just sent over to him. And Baris as well making a decision here. Now, let's see. What could possibly be the right move on this turn here? With the rain out, I don't know if he has anything on that Salamence. It's really going to be a factor here, but Salamence already being really strong, and Genghis Khan loaded, though, with a fake out can really shut down this team turn one.
Yeah, I'd really like to see Gyarados set up that taunt on Politoed to prevent any sort of Parasong shenanigans of anything.
Very true. So that's why we might see the fake out onto there onto Gyarados. All right, let's take a look. Fake out from Genghis Khan. I'm sorry, I didn't mean fake out onto Gyarados. Sorry, I lost track of the match there for a second. All right, fake out onto Politoed. That's what I meant to say. He's going to try and stop the Parish Song with the fake out onto Politoed. And the Draco Meteor doing huge damage to Genghis Khan, taking it down to about 1/4 health. The special attack, of course, falling by 2 stages, and a Thunder Wave, though, slowing down the Salamence there.
Yeah, good move on Baris' part. Salamence really well known to carry Choice Scarf, so right now that would actually reduce Salamance's speed to negate that Choice Scarf, while Salamence is still going to be locked into the fact that it's going to be Draco Meteoring at -2. So really good call on Baris' part. Right now, he could easily set up that taunt on Politoed just to prevent any sort of Parish Song shenanigans. Of course, Genghis Khan right now at -1, not going to be able to do as much damage as he'd like, but at the same time, Genghis Khan can still hit pretty hard at -1. Wouldn't be surprised to see if Baris actually decides to switch out.
You are right, Dewey. He takes the Gardevoir, or takes the Gyarados out of there and switches into Gardevoir here. And the Intimidate going down, traces the Intimidate there, and it goes down on Salamence and Politoed again. But no big deal there again, both being special attackers. And the Protect from Politoed. Genghis Khan goes double edge. Protect from Politoed. Oh no, the Draco Meteor probably going to be enough to finish Kang here, even with the 2 stages reduced. Is it enough? The meteors are falling. And Genghis Khan, I believe, faints there. I can't see yet. Hold on, I don't know.
And barely hangs on.
Wow, Genghis Khan holding on. That's incredible. By the way, how is everyone hitting with Draco Meteor? I haven't seen one single one miss today.
Well, the rule of the Pokemon is that it will only miss when you actually need it to hit.
That's right.
Yeah. Really good switch right there by Baris to get Gardevoir in. Going to be able to threaten that Politoed with Thunderbolt, as we saw previously in the Game 1, as Politoed protected. Would have liked to see that double edge land with that Salamence, but right now, I don't think Baris is going to touch that Salamence because it has -4.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. He actually ends up pulling the Salamence out, and we see the Moonblast onto Politoed. Double edge from Kang. Did he double up there? Yes. Doesn't want any Parish Songs today. Politoed is gone. Gothitelle is in, but he lost his Parish Song user there, and Genghis Khan faints to the recoil. A tough turn, but he did get the Salamence out, so Salamence will be reset. However, with the Gardevoir threatening, that could be a tough Pokemon to bring back in.
Yeah, really good call right there from Baris. Salamence wasn't really going to do much work at all at -4. That Draco Meteor probably would have knocked out Genghis Khan, but the important thing was that he knocked out that Politoed who protected the turn earlier, so it would have had a very hard time double protecting this turn. So really good call on Baris' part to get rid of that Politoed. So now he won't really have to worry about that Parish Song side of the Wolfey team. So Wolfey's going to have to come back and try to get this offense going so that he can actually win by knocking out all of Baris' Pokemon with actual attacks.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna have to turn to his actual his Pokemon are actually gonna have to do moves this time. Now, Gyarados, I do want to mention Gyarados actually came in there for Baris and intimidated that Kang, so Kang is already down by 1 stage right off the bat. However, Kang going Mega will get a pretty big boost to its attack on the next turn. Genghis Khan also going Fake Out onto the Gyarados with the giant hands. Double hit there with the Parental Bond ability, and Gardevoir going Moonblast onto Genghis Khan, going to do a considerable amount of damage. Gardevoir so strong with that same type attack bonus, Moonblast there, and we see the Thunder Wave onto Gyarados, going to slow it down.
Yeah, also a really good turn right there for Wolfey. Going to slow down Gyarados, of course. There's always going to be that paralysis chance. Gardevoir looks like it's going to be pretty content with just Moonblasting away. Wouldn't be surprised if it's actually carrying a choice item of some sort. Probably choice scarf with the way it's moving before a lot of these Pokemon are. But then again, I mean, Gardevoir is one of those Pokemon where it can have many different items.
All right, Gardevoir again moonblasting, 32 health for Kangaskhan, but the return right back onto Gardevoir. Is she bulky enough to take it? Yes, Gardevoir ends up hanging on in the red. A heal pulse onto Kang. Oh my gosh, Gothitelle keeping Kang in this. That is crazy. Gyarados ends up being paralyzed. A huge turn there for Wolfe. That paralysis coming through.
Yeah, really good heal pulse right there for Wolfey, because the fact that he got to heal his Kangaskhan pretty much means that Kangaskhan's going to be staying on the field a lot longer. Baris thought he almost had it by almost knocking out Kangaskhan, bringing it into the red, but Wolfey just said nope, not today.
Well, there we go. A sucker punch into Gardevoir, faints her in one shot, and the heal pulse again from Gothitelle, brutal, bringing Kangaskhan right back into this battle. Full hit points. Ouch. And again, I think a paralysis on Gyarados.
Yeah, heal pulse really showing off why it's great. Pretty much Baris had it almost knocked out, but now it's pretty much like he's fighting two Mega Kangaskhan's, and that's never really a good thing to have to face off against.
No, two Mega Kangaskhan's, is that a good thing? I don't know if I like that. Now, Kang, of course, still in it, gonna potentially threaten both of these Pokemon just with the incredible strength of return there. And there's Gothitelle as well, sticking around, can just heal him right back up as long as it's in the battle. But Gyarados, 2 paralysis, ouch.
Yeah, really unfortunate for Baris right there. Would have been interesting to see exactly what Gyarados could have done. Maybe fire off some good waterfalls, maybe even taunt Gothitelle so that Kangaskhan wouldn't be back to max health right now. But really, really shameful, really sad to see Baris have to go out like this, possibly.
Now we do see the switch back into Salamence, which is going to get Intimidates off on both of those Pokemon. What a great call there from Wolfe. That was huge, shutting down both of these Pokemon. Not really shutting them down, but definitely impacting them. A Rock Slide doing not too much damage, and another Thunder Wave. Ouch. Gothitelle pretty much going full MVP in this match, I think. Salamence is already paralyzed, so no Thunder Wave on him.
Yeah, who needs Parish Song when you're pretty much just lowering all your opponent's speed with the Thunder Wave and also firing off Intimidates as well. Really good plays right now by Wolfey. Really trying to secure his victory right now by switching into Salamence, getting off the Intimidate on both these physical attackers, and they cannot switch at all. And really the biggest draw to Aerodactyl is the fact that it's really, really fast and can outspeed a lot of the things and make things flinch with the Rock Slide. But now that it's paralyzed, it will not be able to do that at all.
Now, I did see that Gothitelle protected. We do see another Rock Slide from that one stage down Aerodactyl. Salamence unfortunately couldn't move, and another Thunder Wave from Gyarados, but Gothitelle protects. How unfortunate the paralysis, though, onto Wolfe's team now.
Yeah, right now, since Aerodactyl and Gyarados are all paralyzed, Salamence right now is actually faster than both of them because of the Choice Scarf that it holds. So right now, it's really a fair game between Salamence, Gyarados, and Aerodactyl. Gothitelle, of course, is going to be able to outspeed them, and it's going to be interesting to see what other support moves this Gothitelle actually knows.
Yeah, she is full-on support. Look at that. Another Heal Pulse. Are you kidding me? Huge Rock Slide going down from Salamence there, doing a lot of damage to Aerodactyl, and Aerodactyl's paralyzed. They can't move. Oh, no. Gyarados using Taunt, though. No more Heal Pulses for the next few turns.
Yeah, it's a shame that this Taunt finally comes out right now. Pretty much, Baris had to fight 6 Pokemon. Salamence was already like about 50%, and pretty much fighting another Mega Kangaskhan was really unfortunate for Baris' side. Gothitelle really showing how supportive she is of the rest of her team. Salamence, of course, right now just really content with where he is.
All right. Gyarados actually ends up avoiding the Rock Slide, and we do see Gothitelle hit with the Psychic there, getting rid of Aerodactyl, and that leaves Gyarados there just by his lonesome with a Thunder Wave, shutting down that Gothitelle for a little bit. But I think that Wolfe has actually ended up turning this around with those Heal Pulses, really brought his whole team back into this.
Yeah, Baris really, at first, targeted down that Politoed to try to prevent any sort of Parish Song shenanigans, but at the same time, Wolfe also had this backup plan where, you know, I got these fast attackers that can do a lot of damage. You know what? Even if Politoed does go down, Gothitelle can just easily heal them back up, and I'm pretty much playing with a bunch of extra turns that I really didn't expect, and Baris probably didn't see that either because Heal Pulse was just revealed this game.
Now the switch back into Genghis Khan for Wolfe. Going to have an Intimidate loaded, or going to have a Fake Out loaded if he needs it for some reason. The Rock Slide onto Gyarados. Waterfall coming out there. Going to do okay damage there. Not too much, about 1/4. And that's about it. He's holding on still with a touch of leftovers, but this should be the final turn.
Yeah, really just Wolfey just showing off how great of a player he is right now. He's playing incredibly well, and he is not going to let this Gyarados come back at all. He is making sure that he is securing his victory for Team USA.
Yeah, there it is. Wolfe takes 2 straight, actually. Surprisingly, though, it looked to be like Baris was in the lead at one point in both matches, and Wolfe just flipped the script on him.
Yeah, I remember from Game 1, Wolfe didn't even get a move at all besides using Fake Outs until turn 3. Wolfe, really, really strong player, and we can definitely see why he's our 2-time national champion.
Yeah, I would agree with you there, Dewey. It looks like USA goes up 2-1 now, of course, in this best-of-5 series. Guys, again, you are watching the Nugget Bridge international friendly. It's USA versus Germany. Let's review the matches again really fast here. We had Colin Heyer going up against Nemanja in a brutal 2 out of 3. Colin ended up taking it in the last match there. And then in round 2, it was Aaron Zhang versus Christoph Kugler. I hope I'm saying that right. I apologize, Christoph, if I'm getting that one wrong. Aaron Zhang versus Christoph, another huge back-and-forth match. Christoph taking round 1, Aaron taking round 2, and then Christoph managing to finish it by getting a flinch on the Rotom with a Rock Slide. And then you guys just saw Wolf Glick versus Baris Akos. I hope I'm saying that right again. Baris, I apologize if I'm getting anyone's name wrong there. Wolf ends up actually taking 2 straight there, but again, a great battle from Baris.
Yeah, I agree, and Baris fought valiantly, but at the same time, Wolfey is just such an incredible player that Wolfey knew exactly what he needed to do, and he knew what his win conditions were, and Wolfey just followed that and just took advantage of every single possible turn that he could have.
All right, guys. I do believe that we got Scott and Evan getting ready to do this next match for you here. Again, I am Justin Flynn. I was here with Dewey Ha, and we will see you guys shortly with the next match, which will be, let me make sure I got these player names right here. It's Mr. Bopper and Laho, I believe. I'm not sure of their actual names. I apologize, guys, but that is their trainer names. A big match, top 8 German nationals. Top 8 German nationals, 2013 and 2014. And Mr. Bopper, 11th in N8 for the championship points. This is going to be an awesome match, Dwee, in the next minute here. But again, guys, let's switch over to Evan and Scott. We're going to let them take this one home for you guys, and we will see you soon.
Yeah, we'll be right back, guys. Thank you all for tuning in, and I hope you guys really enjoyed what Justin and I provided for you guys. So take care, guys. You've been a great audience.
Oh, yes.
Stay tuned.
Don't forget you at the National Championships in 1 week, guys. 6 days. Next Saturday, U.S. National Championships. We'll all be there hosting it. Hope to see you guys soon in Indiana.
Yep, thank you. We'll take a quick break.